Good morning, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah if you are new here. I haven't done my makeup yet today. I don't know if I will, but I have gotten myself dressed, brushed my teeth, brushed my hair, all of that stuff. The boys showered this morning with Anthony. He's about ready to go to work. I just made his lunch over here. I'm not having coffee today. I'm actually having a chai tea latte, but it is Monday for me. Did you guys have a good weekend? I think you'll see this video maybe on a Wednesday, but the last weekend you had, was it good? I'm kind of behind on house stuff today because we didn't spend a lot of time at home this weekend, or I didn't anyway. So Saturday I went to Des Moines with my mom. We spent like the day together and we went to an event called Just Between Friends. It's like a secondhand, it's basically like a really big garage sale. And I got almost all of my kids' Christmas presents, and I also got Ryder his birthday presents. And it was so inexpensive, like insanely inexpensive for what I got. I will share what I got my kids for Christmas in December. We have a much smaller budget than normal this year, and also I thrifted like almost every single thing that they're getting. And we're doing something a little different this year, so I will talk about that later when we're closer to Christmas, but I did it now because this event was going on and everything was very, very inexpensive. And then after I got home that day, I sat down with Anthony, showed him everything I got, and then we decided what else we were going to buy. Went ahead and just got it purchased, and so now we're done. My mom and I also went to lunch. I took her to Trader Joe's for the first time, and that's why I'm having a chai latte, because we found these like chai tea concentrates, and so good, by the way. If you live near Trader Joe's and like a chai tea latte, I definitely recommend it. It looks like this spiced chai. It comes in a little jug, a little concentrate. I have already drank plenty. We also went to Half Price Books, and I got almost the entire series of Little House, since the boys are liking that so much, and you know, we went there anyway. There's one book that they did not have, but I think that's towards the end of the series, so by the time we get to that point, I probably will be back in the Des Moines area and can look again. And if they don't have it at that point, I can either see if the library has just that one, or just buy that one new instead of all of them. And then we went to a quilt shop and picked out some fabric so that she can make my boys a bag to carry their library books back and forth. I do have a sewing machine and I know how to sew and make all of that, but I haven't had it out in a while, and I don't have the same amount of like a space. She made them Halloween trick-or-treat bags. Was that just last year? So she already has a pattern and has done it, and they turned out great and they've held up really well, so she's just gonna make us a new bag for our library books. Like I said, I got home Saturday night, did some yard work with Anthony outside while the boys played, and then we went over Christmas stuff. And then yesterday, we went on a train ride. The Boone Scenic Railway in Boone, Iowa was hosting a Thomas the Train event, and so actually our realtor that we met when we moved down here, he's been so great. Like, he was wonderful through the whole process, but as like a gift, he bought us tickets to go to this event because he knew that the boys liked Thomas and he went to it when he was a kid, really enjoyed it, so he bought us tickets. So we went to that, and it was really hot, but it was fun. I did get a little motion sick at the end of the train ride. I should have taken some meclizine, but you'll live and you'll learn. Next time, I know. The boys had a really good time though. And then we went and ate lunch with Anthony at his office because he had to stay at work for the afternoon and get some stuff done. We came back home, and then instead of doing housework, I just read my book and worked on editing a video while the boys played and watched a little mouse, if you give a mouse a cookie. So that was our weekend. Now it's Monday morning. Come along with us. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed today's video. It's just about 10 now. I've been switching laundry around. We finished homeschool and our activities and all that for the day, and I just made a meal plan, so figured I'd go ahead and share that with you. And I also got my grocery list done. So Anthony and I reviewed our budget, like kind of where his paycheck goes, where the money goes, and I'm going to try really hard to cut our grocery budget. My goal is to keep our grocery budget to $100 a week, and then up to $100 miscellaneous throughout the month between Sam's Club orders, or if we need household items from Amazon, things like that. So $500 total a month or less. It'd be really nice if it could be less, because then we could put more money towards our debt. For this week already, I did go to Trader Joe's and I spent 18 and some change there, so $20. I'd like to keep this week's grocery budget under 80. That seems like so impossible, but we're gonna try our best, and we have more money than that to spend on groceries. I just think that we've kind of been in the mindset of we have the money, so let's buy the snacks, or let's buy more of the convenience foods or whatever, and so this is just kind of where we're trying to cut back a little bit. But anyway, so this week for our meal plan, like I said earlier, is Monday, and so we're going to do orange chicken, which I have in the freezer. I think it has gluten, so if it does, I will either just deal with the allergic reaction or figure, I don't know what I'll do for myself, but that's been in the freezer and I want to get it used up and the rest of my family can eat it, because I don't put the sauce on it for the boys and then add the sauce later. So I haven't looked. If it has gluten, I'll figure something else for myself. We have 2 packs of ramen noodles and veggies. Last week I did not make the chicken parm and pasta, so I'm going to do that this week with a gluten-free breading on the chicken. Wednesday we're going to do crunchy chicken wraps for, well, a wrap for Anthony. The boys will just have chicken, and then I will have a salad, and then fries or tater tots, whatever is in the freezer. I forgot that we had any of that stuff, so we have a few different things there. Thursday I still have some of the cauliflower crust, pizza crust, and so I'm going to make that for myself, and then naan pizzas for my family. Unfortunately, naan has gluten in it, so I can't do that for me. Friday and Saturday we're supposed to go camping, and that grocery shopping would be separate from what I'm doing for the week. It's now supposed to rain all weekend. I will get those groceries closer to the weekend anyway, and that would also include my parents, so I need to make sure that we get enough for them and all of that. So to be determined on Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday, some gluten-free cornbread mix from Trader Joe's, and so I'm going to make like a chili cornbread bake. I just put the order in my phone of what I need, scheduled to pick up for 3 o'clock today. So my total was $77.41, so under the $80. I wanted to stay under. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I've planned out the next 2 weeks. Yes, the next 2 weeks of homeschool stuff, and I'm just gonna share with you the activities or art crafty things that we're going to do. So let me grab my notebook so I can reference this. Up until this point, I have been planning a craft type activity every single day, and towards the end of September, beginning of October, we actually start adding in science lessons. So I think 1 or 2 days a week we will add that in, and we won't, whatever day or a couple days, some of them might take 2 days, we do that. We won't do the art project because it's very hands-on. You can also always pull out like Play-Doh or like our dot things or coloring books or anything like that to do in addition to this. This is just like stuff I'm specifically scheduling with the school stuff or planning for the school stuff, if that makes sense. So for the first week on Monday, there is a page with the letter C on it that's provided with the workbook, so we'll do that for Monday. And then I also have Tuesday a scarecrow coloring page. Wednesday introduces the letter D, so we're going to do a donut activity. So I just cut the brown construction paper into a donut shape, and then the pink is supposed to be the frosting, and then I cut these little, it's kind of hard to see them, but like little sprinkles basically, and they'll be able to decorate their donut. And then Thursday of that week will be these dot pages that I showed in like my original homeschool prep video. And then I don't have anything scheduled or planned for that Friday because we're going to do some handwriting practice, and that's kind of like the hands-on fine motor skills type of learning. If they want to do something else, I have no problem getting it out, just nothing planned. And then for the following week, I only have 3 activities planned. Yeah, so I only have 3 activities planned. So the first one is a D coloring page, so it has like items that start with the D: doll, diamond, dolphin, dollar, dinosaur, dog, and then it has both uppercase and lowercase, which I think will be helpful for Ryder. And then our October coloring page, I printed these out also in that last video. And then the last one is a pumpkin patch page because we will be going to the pumpkin patch around that time as well. So just something for them to color. So lots of coloring. And for coloring, we either do daubers, crayons and markers, or watercolors. We'll probably definitely do watercolors with one of these because they really like those. And then a lot of handwriting practice the next couple of weeks as Ryder's learning a few more letters, and the book is now teaching him how to properly trace those letters. I feel comfortable now like doing that. I didn't want to do too much at once and have him be overwhelmed or confused or anything like that. So yeah, I have the rest of this current week planned out and then the next 2 weeks planned out. So if I get busy this weekend or whatever it may be, I don't have to worry about the next couple of weeks. It has worked really well to sit down and look at the book like the Monday of the, like on Monday for the following week or whatever week I need to plan, you know, while the boys are doing their activity. If it's just a simple like coloring activity or something I don't need to really give like undivided attention to, like painting or the actual learning stuff. So to have that done, I need to go switch laundry around. I had to rewash a load because I went down to switch it and a pull-up had been left in pants, and so Ryder didn't remove it when he took it off. Anthony didn't remove it when he grabbed it out of the bathroom. I didn't catch it when I threw it in the washer, and so it exploded. If you've never had a pull-up explode on you, there's like millions of little tiny beads that absorb the water, and they were everywhere. So I had to take everything out of the washer and shake it all out and clean it all up and then vacuum out the washer what I could and vacuum out I had grabbed some without noticing it and thrown it in the dryer, so then there were beads in the dryer and there were beads on some of the clean clothes I had down there. So that took about 45 minutes to clean up, and then I had to rewash that load. So still working through laundry, and as soon as it's all washed and dried, then I'm just going to fold it all at once. But at least I'm making progress on something. We just got back from getting groceries. We also went to the library while we were out. Got a rogue hair there. Let me show you what we got. They were out of one item. It was chocolate chip granola bars, which sometimes I don't understand. Like, yes, it was a family pack, but why can't you just give me a small pack or a different variety? Like, pick something as the substitute and then let me know, or let me decide if I want it or not. But they just said, nope, sorry, we're out of stock. Cat litter, a gallon of 2% milk, a bag of tortilla chips. This is not the one that we usually get, but it was cheaper. Chocolate chip cookie dough protein bars, a small pack of command strips, chicken ramen, light mayo, Great Value brand applesauce pouches, gluten-free chicken strips, beef, bean, and cheese chimichangas, 1 avocado, a bag of premium romaine salad mix, 4-pack of the mini non-breads for pizza, tortillas, strawberries and blackberries, 2 jalapenos, sweet cream natural bliss creamer, and Oiko's 000 vanilla yogurt. That's everything. Total was $74.19. So I'm going to get this stuff put away, and then I should have some laundry to fold before I get dinner ready. I sat down to start a voiceover and I had to scroll almost more than halfway through the video to even get somewhere where I could talk. Anyway, after we got home from groceries, obviously I have to put everything away. I really need to clean out the fridge. It's I wouldn't say dirty, but it's definitely cramped with stuff that just needs taken care of, like eggs, for example. I have like 2 or 3 cartons of eggs right now that need to be put in the egg container that I have, but I've just been too lazy to do that. But with every grocery haul comes unpacking things. I do, what's the word for it, decant almost everything. It just makes it easier to see what we have and for the boys to pick out snacks, and you know, so that all of the boxes aren't just stacked on top of each other in the pantry and you think, oh well, maybe I have some of this, and then you grab it and you only have one but you have 2 kids, you know what I mean? Anyway, as I'm putting the applesauce away, it's never safe from little hands coming in and wanting a snack as well while you're there. Before I go put this in my office, I figured I would share with you the books we got at the library. I got this one last week. It's not my favorite. The Calculation of You and Me. Serena Kaler is the author. It's not my favorite. It's not bad, but it's definitely not my favorite. I actually deleted social media apps from my phone. TikTok, I deleted Reddit. I still have YouTube, but I don't have Facebook or Instagram either because it was just consuming way too much of my time. Anyway, kid interruption for a snack. I was getting kind of sick of myself when I would get my screen report every Sunday, and I was realizing that I was like getting short with my family because I was just like so overstimulated, and I was just like randomly scrolling. I was getting too caught up on my phone, and that's not okay. So I deleted all the apps, and since then I finished one book, The Highland Fling by Megan Quinn, I think was the author of that one, and I'm like halfway through this book, and I just deleted it on Friday. Today's Monday, so or maybe I did it Thursday, I don't know. The point is I wanted to severely decrease my screen time and have a little social media detox. So I still do social media for Anthony for work, but very like minimal. Yeah, and on top of that, I feel like I have a little more time with my kids maybe, which I know that's sad, but it's just the truth. Anywho, our library allows us to check out as many books at one time as we want. We usually take a pretty good stack for the boys when we're in there during the week, and like we go almost every day, or we have been. And then they're not open on Sundays, and Saturday we were busy, so we took an even bigger stack home on Friday and just turned them in today, and they have no problem. The library has no problem with how many we're doing. So the first one is I Love You to the Moon, and then we have A Colorful World of Dinosaurs. We got a Days of the Week book, Bird's Busy Week, 5 Green and Speckled Frogs. That one's like the song. 5 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious slice, yum yum. So anyway, that one, like the book version that goes with the song. If You Give a Pig a Pancake, Goodnight Moon. This is a childhood classic, and I don't think my kids have ever read it. And Looking for a Moose. We also signed them up, I don't remember if I said this, but we signed them up for the 1,000 books before kindergarten challenge. So I need to go through and write these books in here because we know that we'll read all of these, and then we just keep track. We just started last week. I know Ryder's read well over 1,000 books by this point in his life. We're just keeping track, and we're not actually keeping track of duplicates or any of the like really small books that are just, you know, a couple pictures or whatever, and there are 18 books. I'm gonna go put this away, and then let's fold some laundry and get that done. And mount laundry. I obviously sped this up, and then later it gets even faster because I didn't realize just how much laundry was shoved into this basket. I think it was maybe 4 or 5 loads worth, and I had been doing so good at staying caught up on laundry, and then I don't know what happened. I think it was because we were gone for the weekend is what happened. We were just busy, and I didn't do any at all. So I had done some, you know, at the end of the week, and then didn't do any all weekend. Like I had washed and dried, I didn't fold it. And then we were gone all weekend, and we're in that season where we wake up in Iowa and it is cold. It's cold enough that you need long sleeves and sweatshirts, socks, all of that. But then you get to early to mid-afternoon and you kind of need a whole new wardrobe, and you want shorts and t-shirts back on. So my kids are going through a little more clothing, and if you have ever been around young boys, you know that they cannot keep anything clean to save their lives. So even if they only wear their sweats for an hour or two, you would think, oh, just set them aside, they can wear them tomorrow. Wrong. My kids are so messy. They are messy eaters, they're messy players, they are walking across the house and somehow they're messy. I don't know. So I am doing a little more laundry this time of year. And then also for myself, you know, just wearing sweatshirts and things like that. Sometimes when I don't have many clothes to be folding, I will sort them in piles on the table, like all of Anthony's shorts, all of Anthony's shirts, all of Anthony's socks, all of Ryder's shirts, all of his shorts, all of his socks, etc. And like break them out by person and by category. But when I have a lot of laundry like this, I just put them in stacks for each person and then sort them into the separate piles when I put them away. And it just makes it a little bit easier to at least separate it like this for now, instead of putting it all in one big pile and then having to separate it again when I go to the bedrooms. Ryder and Noah do share a dresser, each of them get a side. That works for now. I think it'll probably work for a while, because as their shirts get bigger, as they get bigger, their shirts will get bigger, and I'll start hanging those up, because that's what Anthony and I do. We hang all of our shirts and all of our sweatshirts, except for pajama style shirts. Our dressers are just like underwear and socks, swimsuits, pajamas, and then our pants that don't get hung. And I think it'll still be fine once the boys get bigger, because they each have 3 drawers, and then they share a closet, and the closets are pretty good size, so I think that'll work for a while. And then Anthony and I actually share a dresser as well. Each of us get a side, and I have 1 extra drawer than him, and then we also have really big closets. And then all of Anthony's work clothes are actually downstairs in his like game room, hangout room. We had gotten a metal rack to hold all of his uniforms and stuff for work, and then we have just one of those plastic 3-drawer things for his like undershirts and PT clothes and all of that. But the easiest way for me then to get this all back to everybody's rooms is to just put it back into the basket in the piles, and then carry that around the house. Obviously my kitchen towels and rags and everything, those just stay in the kitchen, so I put those away while I'm there. All of the clothes hanging on the back of the chair are all things that need to be hung in my closet, so I usually just set those right on top, and they're like the first thing that I'll get out of the basket to hang up. And then towels, if I have the space, I'll put them in the basket. Otherwise I will just carry them, go put them in the bathroom, and then haul the laundry basket around with me. There's way too many details about how I do my laundry if you were curious at all. That's all I have for you today. Pretty short video, I think. For dinner we had Trader Joe's orange chicken. Well, I only had 1 piece, and as you can see, it did not go well. And then the rice ramen noodles, I did not care for that, so I'm probably gonna have to eat something else later. That was it. I didn't even make a vegetable. My dishwasher is going so it's loud, so I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe before you go if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.